Hi everyone, Lee Magpie here, and today I'm going to do something else Jurassic World related. You might see me in the plastic, hello. This is the new Jurassic World Legacy Collection Tyrannosaurus T-Rex Escape Pack. It comes with one T-Rex, one vehicle, the famous vehicle from the Jurassic Park movie, and we've got Tim Murphy as a new figure they've come out with, and then it comes with the famous green goggles. I'm very excited to get this out the packaging, and because of the car and the vehicle. The vehicle itself has got a few things that are a bit missing, just like the Jeep, but not as bad as the Jeep. And it's really nice that we're getting more new, human figures and a few more vehicles. We didn't really need another T-Rex, but it's part of the scene from the Jurassic Park movie, which shows in the background of this packaging with the fence all broken down. It's raining, it's nighttime, it's creepy and it's scary. And it would have been really cool if this set came out with Lex, a sister. Because the packaging is quite large, and in charge it's quite a big box. So they could have at least fit in his sister in the packaging. That would have been really cool. But it retails for £39, so I will link it in the description box down below. So if you're from the UK, it is out in Smyths now. It's a great set, and I think it's a real good price because the T-Rex alone is like £19 to buy. The vehicle would have been about like 19 or maybe 20, maybe like £25. And then the figure alone would have been about £10. And because it comes with a little accessory, you do get quite a lot for the price. It shows you a really cool picture of the T-Rex and the vehicle here with Tim. And the logo looks really nice as usual when they do the Jurassic World Legacy collections. And I just love the scenery in the background. If you didn't damage the box, the background would look really good for photography. And the side of the box just shows you the Jurassic World Legacy Collection in this black wood effect. And then on the back of the box, it just shows you that it's compatible with the Jurassic World Facts app. So during all my reviews, I always show the scan code so you can scan away and scan it into your Jurassic World Facts app. It's got a really cool picture here, and it shows you the mechanism of the window. Well, the window what smashes in the movie. It's a really cool, scary scene, and it just shows you that the doors are open as well, and how the goggles go on Tim's head. And then there's the doors open on the back of the packaging here. And then it just shows you one of the most beautiful figures Mattel's come out with in such a long time. I did a review on this beauty as well. Such a beautiful figure. It's a little bit cheaper than the Legacy Brachiosaurus. And yeah, there isn't much more I can say. The packaging is really big and it's very beautiful. It's a shame that it'd have to get ruined to get certain things out of the packaging. If you don't have space for the packaging, then that's fine. I don't think I'll be able to keep the packaging as I've got so many figures. And I'm going to do some comparisons with Dr. Ellie Sattler to see how good she looks sat in the car. And I've got Macy because she's another child figure. So Tim's like our second child figure we'll come out with just from the movies. I know they're coming out with human figures for the Count Cretaceous characters, so that's really good. But it's the first time it's our second time we've had another child from the movie Lan. So, and I'm also going to do a quick comparison with the Legacy Chomping T-Rex, which has been out for like 3 years now. So I'm going to do a comparison with that, just with the colours. So without further ado, I'm going to get this amazing set out the packaging, and I will link it in the description box down below. And if you want to follow me on my Instagram, it's Liam_Magpie. I do a lot of Jurassic World content on there. Upcoming reviews I'm going to do. I do really cool photography, and I also do upcoming updates on maybe some new Jurassic World figures. And yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to get these 3 cool toys out of the packaging. So everyone, I've got everything out the packaging, and this full set looks absolutely awesome. The vehicle looks really awesome. Tim Murphy looks really good. The little binoculars are really nicely done as well. And the T-Rex looks good as well. So first, I'm going to show you, I'll show you Tim Murphy first. So I've just put the vehicle out of the way. It rolls really delicately. So here is Tim up close. He's got a little bit of like a blush on his cheeks, and they've got the character done really well. I like how they've sculpted his hair. It's got like this gingerish blonde colour. It's really nicely done. I don't know if his hair is it's a little bit brighter on camera, but it's a little bit darker in person. But they've done a really good job. I really like the details they've added with his handkerchief, neck chief. Looks really nice. And then he's got this same material of what like Macy's jacket's got. This like flex material, as you can see there. And then he's wearing, I'm sorry for the quality, there we go. And he's wearing this really nice striped t-shirt, printed. They've got his clothes down to a T basically, and then they've got a cute little brown belt. His shorts are in this nice cream colour, and I like the little bits of wrinkle detailing on the shorts itself. And I like the details of the shoes. You can see some little bits of stitch detailing, his little high top shoes, and then his white socks. Really nicely done. His articulation is the same as Macy's, so you can lift up the arm that far up. You can move the arm out like that, but there isn't no elbow joint. Sorry for the noise in the background. I've noticed with the smaller figures they don't put a joint in the arm, which doesn't bother me that much, but you can give it a lot of posability, so I'm not fussed. You can rotate the elbow as well. Same goes for the other arm. You can lift his leg that far up, that far back, and then he does have a bend at the leg, at the knee, and he does have some swivel articulation as well in the knee. I just think it's a really cool figure, and it's nice that we've got another character. It would have been really nice if we got his sister, but she might come out in another pack, and then you can do the full scene and play along at home. I like the sculpted of his, I love the sculpt of his hair, and that's the back of him as well. Then he has these little goggles which he wears as well in the movie, just a normal standard green colour with the yellow goggle parts, and that just slips on top of his head like that, so you can have it like that. Or you can have it pushed down a little bit. I just think they're a cute little accessory. He stands real well on his own as well, so he's not going to be falling over. Oh, as I said that, he falls over. There you go. And I just think it's a real cute accessory, and I think the only downfall to this set is it didn't come with his sister. But I wonder if she'll come out in another pack. Next, we'll have a look at the famous Jurassic Park vehicle, and I'm going to put Timmy aside, and then we'll have a look at some comparisons with it. So the vehicle looks really nicely done. I've noticed a lot of people was complaining, and I had to have a good look at the vehicle when I went back to the Jurassic Park vehicle from the movie, and I noticed that the rim bits of the windows are actually in black. I think there's some details missing in the wheels, but if you're really good at customizing, that's great. I'm just going to kind of leave it as it is, but I like the fact that they've literally got like the colours done really well with the red stripes. We've got the Jurassic Park symbol here, the black like bars at the front look really nicely done as well. The lights are done with some stickers, which I just don't want them to come off. All of the windows have got plastic, other than these four, the door ones, which is a bit of a shame because I would have liked it if they added the glass in the windows. But what's really good about this vehicle is the Jeep doors don't open, but these ones do, all of them. So that's really good, and the same goes for this side. So you can fit all your characters in there, and it's quite spacious. It rolls real smoothly as well. Let me just, there's hair there, and but this is the rest of the vehicle. So it's got the famous colours of the red, green and yellow there. If you can see, it's got a little bit of where the mechanism is built in. That could come off as a little bit of an eyesore to some people, but it doesn't really fuss me that much. The wheels are quite nicely done as well, but I think that they've missed the colours. I can't remember if this is in like normal alloy like silver colour. Sorry, I'm not big on vehicles in general. And then it's got the little lights on the top. But that looks really nicely done. I like how they've done the stripes. They're painted on. The logo is painted on. Usually they use like a sticker for them bits. Yeah, there isn't much more. There's the underneath. And there is the back. And it says here, there's some writing. There's the Ford logo, and there is the number plate, which is really nicely done. I think it's nice that they've added some odd little details, like the Ford detailing looks really good how they've done that. And it moves nicely as well, as you can see here. And then this bit, you just simply press it down like that, and it flings back up. Like that, so when Mrs. T-Rex comes along, she can just bash her head down like this and do the famous scene what they do in Jurassic Park. I think it's so good that they're bringing back some of the old classics, and I think it's so good the fact that they've not forgot about the older films. They haven't just concentrated on like Fallen Kingdom and Jurassic World. So now I'm going to show you Rexy, and then I'm going to do some comparisons. So I'm going to put the vehicle down for a sec. So this is basically this is the chomping T-Rex from the Legacy line, but the coloured scheme's just a little bit more of a darker brown on the top. I feel like it could have been a little bit more darker, to be fair, and they could have maybe painted the claws. But for new people who are new to this type, new to these toys, I am going to show you the face sculpt up close. So it is very, very detailed, as you can see. It's got some really nice texturing of lumps and bumps around the face here and around the eye, which is really nicely done. It's got some nice casting of shadow of darker brown around the nose area. It comes off a lot better in person than it does on camera. The eye is really nicely painted. Usually when you buy figures what are in the bigger big like this, you can actually try and buy, so you can actually have a look at the paint app. But with this one being with a plastic covering, you can't really do that. So I got one with the best side eye on this side, but I've not actually checked this side. But this one's really nicely done as well, so there's no paint blemishes there. It's really set in place as well, and it really stands out, that nice yellow colour. I'm just going to quickly have a look at the other eye. That one's in yellow as well, which I will do a comparison in a sec. And yeah, it's got some really nice details here. The tongue doesn't come and stick out like the old Legacy one. It stands a lot more stronger as well. The teeth are nicely done. It's just basically the chomping T-Rex, which if you look at the top of its head here, it's got a button which is blended and sculpted to go with its skin texture, and you basically press down and it does an awesome chomping action which moves so smoothly and so nice and just looks absolutely cool. Get a good look. And then it's got some nice movements in the head, so you can lift up the head that far up, that far down. You can rotate the head side to side. There's no really differences here. I like how they've done this neck piece, so you can't, when it moves with it. It's got some really nice details of crease detailing in the neck and wrinkle detailing just in general. And then the body goes into this light brown, and then it fades into this darker brown, and then a darker brown on top. The tail you have to click in as well. You have to assemble it yourself, but they haven't added this shading of dark brown down the tail, which would have been really good if they did that, but they haven't. But I think they've had to do that for, like, because I've noticed when they do bigger sets, they have to knock back on certain things. But yeah, you click in the tail yourself, and it's got some really nice movements, so you can move it side to side like that, up and down. You can rotate it however you want it. So that's really nice. It's got some really nice rib definition and muscle definition in the legs there. And you can actually... they don't actually rotate the feet. So the one on the old chomping one can rotate the feet, and this one can't unless it's stuck. Oh yeah, you can rotate the feet, but this one seems to be stuck. But I'm kind of glad that it is, because the other one used to slip and slide a lot. So you can rotate the feet, and then really nicely painted as well in this nice sheen brown colour. But not on the on his little arm claws there. You can articulate them as well however you want. You can kind of move them in and out as well, but it's a bit stiff. You can move the thighs in and out as well, and then once you get it moving the legs, you can move the legs as well and make it look like it's running. But that just needs a little bit of finessing because it's a new figure, so it's a bit more stronger in the legs, and you'll have to just move them a bit to loosen them up. But the sculpt on this one is absolutely awesome. But I love the roaring T-Rex. I think the sculpt on that end is just a little bit better. But it's still a good figure, and it's great to add to your Jurassic World collection. Definitely if you want the vehicle as well. But yeah, there isn't really much more I can say. The scan code is here. So there you go. There is the scan code. So pause away and scan away. And as you can see, it's got these little keyholes there on the bottom of the feet. And they are, because when they're in the packaging, it's locked into place so it doesn't fall everywhere. And I just think she's such an awesome, cool figure. But I really didn't need another T-Rex, but I really wanted the vehicle and the new human figure. So that's why I got it. But it's nice to have a different colour. So I'm going to quickly just do the comparison now with this T-Rex whilst I've got it out. And this one actually stands well. I thought for some reason it falls down, because some of the bigger figures from when they came out at first, they some of them dip down, but these ones don't. This one's foot's stuck, and these ones are not. These ones rotate as well. But I'm kind of glad that the lock, because for play purposes, the foot moves around a lot. I actually painted the claws on these ones, but they need like a little bit of a touch up. It's hard to show, as you can see there. But it's pretty much the same sculpt throughout. The only difference is the different colours. So this one's more like a darker brown. It's hard to show. I'll show it like that. So this one's more of a darker brown, and a bit more like a muddier brown, and then this one's more like an orangey brown with a little bit more darker on the top. So it's nice that they've really changed up the colour, but they're pretty much the same sculpt. This one is the first one, and its tongue sticks right out. And then, so they have changed the sculpt a little bit just for the tongue, but they haven't actually changed the head sculpt. They've just changed the mechanism for the tongue. But both of them look absolutely awesome, and they stand really nice together as well. They look really good together. So that's a comparison with the T-Rexes. And what I like about this one a little bit more, the newer one, is I really like that shading around the eye. It just looks really nice with that pop of yellow. Makes it stand out a little bit better compared to the first Chomping one. And I think that the colours are a little bit more film accurate as well. So yeah, both really cool and both well recommended. And the sculpts on both of them look absolutely awesome. So I'm just going to put these ones aside, and now I'm going to show you a comparison with some of the human figures. So we've got Ellie here. And then we've got the two children from the we've got one from the last movie, which is Macy, which was one of the most hardest figures to find. And then we've got Tim. And this is a size comparison. So as you can see, I think Macy stands a little bit taller, but not far off. I'm just trying to make... Yeah, so as you can see, Tim stands about that much smaller. But it doesn't look too bad if you was having to do like play purposes with them and you wanted two children. So yeah, that would be she'd be actually a nice size for the sister, I think. Even though she stands even a little bit more taller than that. But I think it's a nice comparison, and they look really cool together. And then this is just a size comparison with Ellie. Move the camera in a little bit better so they can see there. They all look really cool. And now I'm going to show you sat in the vehicle itself. So I'm just going to move the camera back a little bit more. I'm sorry for that noise. So I'm going to put Ellie in the front. Work with me, Ellie. There you go. Oh God, she's had too many to drink. There, she fits in nicely, and then we're going to put Tim in the back. Like that. And then I'll just put his binocular. No, I won't put them in there. And then I'm just going to show you here she is, and then you can do some really good play purposes. I'll put the window like that, and you can just articulate the head down a little bit and play purposes and smash it down. I remember as a kid watching that scene and I was absolutely terrified. I'm not so much now, I think it's just so good. I always still watch the movies all the time. But yeah, you can see there that the glass goes down. But if you removed Ellie and maybe laid her down, you could actually have it where it goes a lot more further down. So it could really crash down and look really scary. And yeah, so that's really cool that they've added just that little bit of mechanism so you can have some play purposes. And the only downfall to the full set is, if I had to be real picky, well, first I'll do my overall thoughts in a sec, but I'm just going to show you the inside of the car first. So as you can see, there's a little bit of back space here. I don't think any of this opens, which would have been cool if you could actually open that, because it's got like a little handle bit at the back, but it's got like a little bit of boot space at the back here. And then the inside is like this. So it's very standard, no major big details. You could even get a little glass of water, stick it on there and make it look like how it does when Ian sees the water shack when Mrs. Rexy turns up. So that's just the inside. The chairs are just sculpted a little bit like in this, meant to look like leather, but it's just a normal standard hard plastic. Really good for play purposes. And then what I've noticed, I've already made marks on top of the glass, so that kind of looks cool because it looks like it's already a bit damaged. So, but I would be wary of that if that bothers you. But other than that, I think the full set's really awesome. Now I've got pros and cons. So my pros of this set is it looks really good, and they've added loads of little bits for play purposes or just to look cool for your or just to look cool on your shelves and for photography. I think the cons is they've missed the little bits of details in the vehicle itself with the black outlines of the windows and some other little missing bits, but it's not too bad. They've pretty much done very well for this set. And the last thing is, I think that they could have just come out with his sister, because that would have been, I would have even paid a little bit more just to have them two as them two in this scene, what they trying to portray in the background of the packaging, which I didn't damage, so I'm very happy that I didn't damage it, because I am actually considering thinking of keeping it. And yeah, there isn't much more I can say. I think it's really cool. I just wish that you could have, it would have just come with the sister. But what else is really cool as well is you could get Alan, and you could put the car on its back like that and do some really cool photography, like when he's in the car like this and the car's getting spun around and they're on the edge of that cliff. So it's got some really cool purposes, and I love the line when he says, "I'm back in the car again." I know I'm a sad nerd, but yeah. And one more last thing for the articulation as well, you can move his legs out like that and they can swivel. So yeah, that's the articulation, and there isn't much more I can say. So my full scale to 1 to 10 is I'd give the car a 9 out of 10. I give the T-Rex a 9 out of 10 because I think that the colours could just be a little bit more darker, and they could have just painted these. Tim, I give a 10 out of 10, and his binoculars, I give it a 10 out of 10. And the full set, I give it an 8 out of 10, just because I think with the little missing bits and the little bits of detail missing on the T-Rex, and the fact that his sister's not in the set, it's still a great it's still a great set, and it's still a great set to add to your Jurassic World collection, or Jurassic Park collection. And yeah, there isn't much more I can say. So it retails for £39 from Smyths. I will link it in the description box down below. I am done with this review, and I think it is absolutely awesome, this set, to be fair, overall. And I still think it's worth adding, even though there is them few little missing bits here and there they could have worked on. But it's nice that we've got another human figure, and they're still thinking of the first movies, not just the newer ones. I really can't wait for 2022 for the new Jurassic World movie. It looks absolutely good from little bits of clips I've seen. And yes, please like and subscribe to my channel for more toy related stuff, as I do a big mixed range of toys on my channel. And now I've done quite a lot of Jurassic World content, but the UK is doing quite well for new toys, for new Jurassic World toys. But I will have some other new toys coming up soon. I have promised my other side of the fans, like the Salvanian family, that I was getting a review put up with my collection, but I've had to put that on the back burner, so that will be coming up soon though. And I have some other toy related stuff coming up soon. So yeah, there isn't much more I can say, so I will see you on the next one, guys. Bye!